are two branches of Buddhism. One is called the Theravada, and another is the Mahayana. But when you go to these places, they actually might not even pronounce it that way. So the Theravada is practiced in Sri Lanka and Southeast Asia, and Mahayana is in East Asia. But everyone in East Asia doesn't really call it Mahayana. They just call it Buddhism, because that's what it is to them. So basically, we're going to talk about the East Asia part today. Mahayana is mainly about letting go. And there are three foundations. One is the Buddha, which has many forms. And in like Korea, Asia, and Japan, many of the Buddhas are female. So like that big misconception about the male fat Buddha that everyone most people don't pray to him, they just like to have him around the house. And then so the second foundation is the Sangha, which is the community. And we'll talk about that more later when we get to monks. And then the third main foundation is Dharma, which is the teachings. And the Buddhist practices include meditation, scripture, studying, ceremonies, kneeling, and praying to the many Buddhas. But only monks really do the scripture studying and the ceremonies. So Buddhism originated from India's Hinduism, so it also believes in many gods, each playing a different role, such as the money god, the health god, etc. But Buddhism doesn't have many rules. The main rules are just like most of all the other religions and basic morals of people, such as don't kill, don't lie. And the monks don't like to take intoxicants. But, yeah. Meat is optional. It depends on the specific groups. Some are vegetarian, some are not. But the monks do live very strictly. The ones in China cannot marry. They have to stay abstinent. They must dedicate life to praying and or teaching Buddhism. And then they live in the Buddhist temples. But both of the genders shave their heads, so essentially you don't really identify yourself as male or female. And the gender, and that represents the gender equality, I guess, in a way, which goes back to like female, male Buddhas. They're kind of all over the place. There's no pressure to become a monk, and everyone who does chooses to be one. The Buddhist temples are very intact with nature, so essentially you're kind of like an element of nature, like that show Avatar. Okay. The Buddhist temples are on hills. There's green scenery around usually, and there's cool air. There's usually no doors, so that encourages connection with nature. And inside of the temples are just the statues and sculptures, and you'll kneel and pray. And the usual praying routine is chanting with burning incense, and then you say whatever you want to say to the gods. And then you end with 3 head bows, and you put the incense like in a pot in front of the Buddha. And you aren't required to pray at any time or a certain number of times, but most Buddhists pray at least before breakfast. And you can either go to the temples or you can put a Buddha in your own home and just pray to that Buddha. And usually they'll put the Buddha in a quiet, serene place in the house, usually a corner or somewhere where it won't be disturbed. There's no big texts in Buddhism. The main ideas are basically suffering comes from craving, and if you stop craving things, you can stop suffering, simply put, which is why Buddhism is a very easy, free-flowing religion to follow. Another thing people tend to question is nirvana, and the monks try to